Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Rosie from Mary Rosie Dips, and today's video is going to be a little bit extensive. I am going to be unboxing this gorgeous Bellavena drill that was sent over to me from Double Dip, and I will be using it to take down my current builder gel on my left hand. So let me just take out these pieces from the box and then we'll go through it. It's got this beautiful handheld piece and it's definitely very lightweight. Look at those gorgeous colors. It's like a ombre pink, bluish, purple, gorgeous colors. It's got the little hand piece right there that hooks onto the side for whenever you have it clipped on. It'll sit in that little clear pocket there. Standard charger, and then a little standard rest for it for on top of your desk. And did come with some extra bits. This is a diamond, I believe it's a fine or medium maybe, sanding bit. And then this little set right here of pretty versatile use of these. The one right there that I pointed out is one of the ones that I use the most. This one right here is for sanding bands. And it actually comes with extra sanding bands, which is really nice. And then this other one is a fancy sanding band holder, I guess. I think the grip is just different. And I believe that that's the one that I used when I do my manicure. But you just slip your sanding band on it and that's it. So this first one that I'll be using is the one that I use actually to take off all the builder gel on my left hand right here. I want you guys to hear how quiet this is. Like the RPMs are super high, I think, right now, and I can barely hear it, so I know you guys can barely hear it. And on the side of the drill, there is a pause play button and a forward and reverse. And the standard way, when it turns on, it's going to be in forward motion, which is for you to do your left hand by holding it in your right hand. If you're going to be doing your right hand by holding it in your left, then you want reverse. I've got just the tiniest little bit of damage on one nail that I basically smashed onto the stairs when I went to go pick something up. So originally, I was going to just remove the top layer and do a fill in the same color. And then I decided to just remove the entire thing, and that is the process that you will see. This is how I remove my builder gel completely. I don't do it often, but I've been doing builder gel for about 1.5 years. And I finally decided to make this video. And like I said, it's going to be extensive. It's almost an hour of a video for the whole thing. But I think I'm just going to keep it separate for the builder gel removal because my application is with a different company that is not Double Dip. So I kind of want to separate that to its own video because of the separate company. Either way, here I am taking off what I think will just be the top little layer on my builder gel. I'm using the diamond bit that came with the drill. And I'm just going slow and steady wins the race. There's no rush. You don't have to put it on 20,000 RPMs, especially when you're first starting out. There's no need to put it fast. What I do is I typically will start off slow, and if I feel like I have a good enough grip and all that, then, and I feel like it's not a bit that's going to try to take my entire finger off, then I go and add a little bit more of speed on my drill. So for now, this is just how I mostly take off a top layer whenever I'm doing a fill. I kind of start around my cuticles, move around carefully and slowly, even with the safety bits. Those can still cut you. And then once I get a little bit past the first nail, then I may speed it up some just to get through. But this part of the video, like I said, I literally was just going to take off the top layer so I could do a fill and fix my middle nail, which is the one that I thought just had some lifting, but my actual nail broke. I haven't had a broken nail in, I can't even remember, because my builder gels protect my nails. But you'll be able to see it in the video. And when it's finally all said and done, you'll be able to see the actual break in my nail that I was able to fix with my new builder gel application. So it'll grow out just fine. This nail right here, this is the broken nail that I was talking about. So I was planning on taking down all of the builder gel on this one so that I could start over. And then you'll see me here hit the pause play button, and that button stops the drill or pauses it for a minute, and then I'm switching to this other band or bit, excuse me, and that's the bit that I'm going to try to use to remove what I think is lifting on that side from the builder gel. It actually turns out it is actually my nail that's broken. And I'm not a professional, so it, for whatever reason, didn't dawn on me that it was not just the builder gel that was lifting. It is my actual nail that I broke. But I didn't have to cut the whole thing. Builder gel helps fix that. But this just helps bring it down nice and fine. I don't want to file on my natural nail. I do not ever file on my natural nails. That's just my personal preference. I don't want to cause damage to them, so I keep them protected with builder gel. And this is kind of where I decided to just remove all of the builder gel and start fresh. And that's what you'll see me doing here. Now my thumbnail here actually had a jelly tip. I had one of the Double Dip jelly tips on this nail because I cut my nails down a little while ago and I was trying to get my thumb to reshape. And the easiest and quickest way that one day that I was doing it was to just put a tip or a jelly tip. I had filed off too much on the one side and then my nail was super crooked, and I just put a jelly tip over it just to fill in the one little bit. And hey, that might have been a month ago. I was doing fills on it with my builder gel and it looked like the rest of my nails. So now I'm actually just taking down the entire jelly tip. And this is where it would come in handy to have a dusting fan, which I had one, and I use it sometimes, but it's super loud, and it's just annoying to me, so I don't use it, but I do have a new one on the way. So now I'm moving on to some cuticle work after I took down all of my builder gel. And this cuticle bit right here is one that is one of my favorites. It cleans up your cuticles beautifully as long as you are holding it with the right amount of pressure. So this speed on this doesn't have to be very high. You'll see me doing it right here. You basically go along your cuticle line and you're taking away the invisible cuticle. So I'm not pressing down on the nail, I'm lightly going over it, and then I am pushing up on the cuticle, not necessarily pushing down on the nail, if that makes sense. You don't want to push down on your nail because it'll cause you damage. But all that white stuff you see right there is actually the invisible cuticle, which if you get rid of that, your lifting problems, if you have any, will be fixed, hopefully. favorite cuticle bit that I like is this one right here. It's shaped like a little barrel. Then go ahead and put that in, lock it in place. And I had it on the pause play button. And once you change to the speed that you want, then let's finish cleaning up these cuticles. And then I go in one direction. For me, it's easiest to go in one direction. Some people like to go left and right. And this is to clean up the cuticles that you just pushed up, to kind of push them on back and get that skin to be nice and flushed and even. Again, I am not pushing on my nail. I'm actually pushing on the cuticle and the skin. Just kind of push that skin back. And again, you still see more white cuticle that's still hanging around there. Want to make sure you get all that cleaned up and raised up off of your nail, so that way you get a good contact and you don't have any lifting. I'm just going to do a quick little buff and file, and then we will be done with the main prep of our nails for Builder Gel. Right now I am down to my natural nails. And I'm taking a lower grit file. This is a 180-240 file, and I'm just making sure my shaping is what I want, because I'll just be putting the Builder Gel on my natural nails. I will not be using nail forms in this video. So I just want to make sure that my nails are actually shaped how I want them prior to applying Builder Gel. then I just take some alcohol and put it on a napkin and scrub that on all my nails, and that will remove any little bits of dust that are left over hanging around that you don't want to get trapped underneath your builder gel application. So my nails are clean, they're prepped, they're ready to go. And now I'm going to be applying Young Nails Protein Bond. That is my go-to for an adhesive, I guess. I've been using the Young Nails for the year and a half that I've been doing Builder Gel. I get no lifting unless for whatever reason I get some kind of a break, which doesn't happen very often, but I apply it to the entire nail. And when you're done, it actually still looks a little bit wet and shiny. That is normal. That is what it's supposed to look like. I think on their instructions, you're supposed to do it twice, maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't really look at the directions. I decided to start using it on my entire nail just from day one. And I don't have any problems lifting on the free edge or lifting at the cuticle when I do this. So I continued to do it. And this is what my natural nails look like. They are just ready for builder gel application. And when you create when you get set to do your builder gel nails, you must have gel base as your base. Builder gel will pop off immediately if you do not have gel base. It needs something tacky to stick to. So right now I'm just using my Bellavena Double Dip Gel Base Coat, and I'm just doing a nice even thin layer on all the nails, including that one that's broken. I'm not going to change my process. It is broken there on that one corner of my nail, but that'll grow out. So it's just gonna get covered up by the gel and the builder gel. So I don't have a problem with that. It doesn't hurt me. It's not even all the way separated. So the easiest way to fix that is just cover it right up with builder gel. Give it some strength again. So in between, I have been curing a couple of nails at a time of the builder gel, of the gel base. I cure for 30 seconds. And now we're doing our thumb, and then I'll cure for 30 seconds on my UV LED lamp, and then we will move on to the builder gel process. And so I will be using West Coast Dips Aphrodite here, which is a very, very neutral, light pink color builder gel in a bottle. You can see from there the viscosity is very similar to the ones that come in a pot. It's definitely thicker, so if you're not used to that, just the less is more with builder gels. So basically you will be applying some to the nail, and I don't know that I apply it like everyone else, which is probably why I was hesitant to make this video. I apply it whenever it's in a bottle. I apply it just like nail polish. I kind of put a little dollop in the middle, and then I push it up some to my cuticle line, and just like the rest of my other applications, I push a little bit to my cuticle line, and then I just go down in straight lines. I don't do the floating it over the nail thing. I don't want it to be thick like that. But the way that I apply it, I've never had issues with any brand and any bubbling. So I continue to apply it this way, and it works for me. So I took a little bit more from the bottle. And like I said, less is more. So it's better to have less on your brush and have to go back and add a little more than have too much and get flooding and all that, and have to clean up later. Flooding your cuticles with builder gel just makes it that much harder later on. And you don't want stuff all over your cuticles, because then you'll just get lifting. So you'll see me here making sure my lines are crisp on the sides, and then you hold it upside down for about 5 seconds just to let it level out. And then I'm gonna flash cure for 10 seconds. Then I'm gonna do the same thing on the middle nail there. This is the one that has a little break on the side over there. So I'm probably gonna try starting this one out just a tiny bit thicker. And then I'm taking off any excess off the brush there that I don't wanna mess with. And then we will do the same exact process on the rest of the nails. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch. So just about every nail has one layer. And like I said, I hold upside down for a couple of seconds just to let it settle just a little bit upside down, which gives you a better apex. And then I do flash cure and did flash cure each nail for 10 seconds. Flash curing for 10 seconds just helps it to not continue to move and settle where you don't want it to. But it's not fully cured, so just flash cure it real quick and then move on to do the next layer. So after I did my thumb, I went in and cured for 30 seconds, and now we are moving on to the second layer. So I'm applying it exactly the same way. I'm going in on the middle, putting a tiny little dollop, and then just applying it just like regular polish. And then I hold it upside down for 3 to 5 seconds or something like that, just to make sure that it doesn't settle except for near the apex. And then I flash cure for 10 seconds. So I did speed up and skip a couple of the nails, but the process was exactly the same for this second layer. And then I'm moving on to the thumb. I'm just making sure my application is as even as possible, and then cleaning up that tiny bit on my sidewall there. And then I'm gonna hold the nail upside down and we will cure for 30 seconds. And this is the point where you can either do a third layer or leave it alone at 2 layers. I decided to leave it alone at 2 layers. That's typically what I do because I just use it as my base for my dip powders. I am cleaning with my alcohol on a clean napkin again. You've got to take the sticky off of your builder gel. It's got a tacky layer once it's cured. And oh, I forgot to mention your cure for my final cure was 60 seconds. Sorry about that. So I took off the tacky layer, and that's what they look like. And then I'm going to be using my fine drill bit to make sure that they are smooth and even. That way, when I go to dip on top of them, they were as smooth and even as possible. I'm not pressing hard at all. I'm just letting the drill bit kind of just glide over the builder gel and take off that shine and also smooth them out. If there's any unevenness, this is where I'm going to cast the unevenness right here before we do our shiny coat on them. So you don't want to press too hard if you're using a drill bit because builder gel is soft, so it will take off a chunk if you are not careful. You can just do this with a file. You don't have to use your drill bit. It is also very easy to just do it with a file and a buffer block. No need to necessarily use any tools if you don't have one. And I'm just making sure that the final nail is as smooth as possible, using a buffer block here to do any final cleanup of the nail, and then we'll go from there. any final little bit of shaping and squaring off the nail, this is when I do it again. And as long as you did it initially, you have to do it less right now. If you use nail forms and you are extending your nails, this is where you would be doing most of your shaping after it's hard and cured and all that good stuff. Then I take a hard bristled brush and I go in and remove any excess powder. We are done, and I just want to take the excess powder off. Then at this point, what I personally do that works for me is I do another full layer of the Young Nails Protein Bond, but you can also do gel base right here and gel top coat. I skip the gel base on this step. And I just do Young Nails Protein Bond, and then I do gel top coat, and then I do peel base on that and dip over that. This is just my process. You don't have to do it like this. Whenever I do a fill, this is actually exactly how I do it. I do the Young Nails Protein Bond, and then I do the gel top coat over that. It just saves me one layer of thickness per se. And then one full even layer of the Bellavena Gel Topcoat, and then this builder gel application is done. So this is exactly what I do if I'm taking down all of my builder gel, which I don't do too frequently, although in the last couple of weeks I think I've done it multiple times because I've been trying the West Coast Dips colored builder gels. And I actually have a glitter one on under my right hand right now, under that manicure. And they are very, very, very user-friendly, and they're beautiful. So if you pop off your dips, or you just don't want to dip over it, then you have this beautiful, beautiful color underneath on your nails. And I think on my right hand, I had the glittery one for like 3 days with nothing dipped on it because it was so cute. And I got a bunch of compliments on it. So again, those are West Coast Dips builder gels that I was using. And these are the Bellavena Double Dip Gel Base and Gel Top Coat that I used for application. So I am just applying the top coat, and then I'll hold that upside down for a couple of seconds to let it settle. And then I am curing for 30 seconds. And then I'll come back and do my thumb, cure for 30 seconds. And the manicure is done, so we'll just apply some cuticle oil from CandiSkin. And here we are, the finished product. And so then we're gonna take my giant bottle of Mary Cherry Cheesecake scent that is over at CandiSkin, and I am going to liberally apply that to my cuticles, my nails, my hands, just to keep it all moisturized after doing all this work on them. So this is how thin and beautiful the application comes out to be with just 2 layers of the builder gel. That's exactly what I personally like. If you want them a little bit thicker or if your nails are longer, just make sure you do a little bit more on the layers. Thank you everyone for spending some time with me. We'll see you guys next time.